Welcome back to another Lanxess Tech Talks with Dr. Gisele Ravagnani. Welcome back, Gisele.
Thank you, Jim.
Hope you're having a great summer. How are things going?
Good, good. Enjoying the nice weather these weeks.
Now, it's great that you're hopping on these talks with us because we learn something new every time. Today's episode is downtime period. So I think
Yes.
get right into the obvious there. What is downtime period?
Yeah. It's a very important topic. And it's not like new topic for those who work with swines. But in a pig farm, the downtime or sanitary downtime is the period during which the facilities are empty, so remain without animals. So it is essential. It's essential part of the interval between batches, right? Which refers to the total time from the departure of one group of animals and to the arrival of the next one. Of course, in sow farms, for example, you don't remove all the animals, all the sows at the same time. It's not all in, all out, the same way that we see on win to finish farms. But even in sow farms, the farmers, the workers, they do this downtime period as well. Um, it's not just on win to finish farms, but all phases in all type of farms in swine.
So what about the purpose of sanitary downtime in pig farming? And then how does that contribute to biosecurity? Because I think most people might just focus on biosecurity when the animals are in the barn, and we're focusing on that downtime period.
Yes, exactly. When we talk about biosecurity, we have continuous biosecurity, that what you mentioned, right? All the things that we take care while we have animals in the barn, but also we have terminal disinfection or terminal biosecurity, right? So the sanitary downtime enables a period without animals in the facility, as I mentioned before. So it allows the thorough cleaning, disinfection, allow for terminal pest control, manure and peat management, any general maintenance like infrastructure, I don't know, fix any feeders or drinkers, things that you can do while you have animals in the barn, and also the resting period of these barns. So you clean, disinfect, and of course, each company has their protocol, like all the steps. Which step do you take first? But is this downtime or sanitary downtime is this period without animals that you basically prepare the facility, the barn, for the next load of animals, and mainly clean and disinfect, reduce, remove the dirt, and reduce the infection pressure as well. This practice, this practice is essential. It's very important for breaking this life cycle of pathogens. So when you clean and disinfect, you remove, and you have the disinfection um, action in these surfaces as well. And it prevents disease transmission between groups as well, because you can imagine the next batch, for example, thinking on a win to finish farm, you're gonna receive winning piglets, and you need to provide a very clean and healthy environment as well. So this biosecurity, it complements, right, other biosecurity measures by reducing this disease pressure in support, of course, the herd health.
So Gisele, how long should sanitary downtime last, and what factors influence its recommended duration?
Um, so how long the duration, it can be different according to companies because each company has their own protocols, but and also the production phase and the level of biosecurity that is implemented on that farm. But usually is recommended the sanitary downtime. So this period when you don't have any animals on the barn, it's between 5 to 7 days, but depends. There are farms that they don't have 5 days, so they usually just do 3 days. But as I mentioned, it depends on each company, but in each protocol. And the downtime is a key component for the biosecurity program because especially in multi-site production systems, so it adds right protection to the swine herds. That's why it's really important.
Any final thoughts, Gisele?
Yeah, I know I mentioned the downtime and sanitary downtime for swine farms, and I was mentioning about the barns, the care that or the attention that we have to have for barns, but also there is a downtime for visiting swine farms, for example, especially if you're visiting different companies, right? Or biosecurity levels. So farms that have different biosecurity levels, and so downtime also applies to people, right? For visitors, and it refers to a minimum period that a person must avoid contact or visiting one farm in another. And again, it depends on each company, but it can be from 24 hours to 72 hours, 96 hours, depending if it's a visit to other country, a farm that is in another country, or if you're visiting a farm, for example, here in the US from another country, or even from one company to another. And during this period, the visitors, of course, should avoid all pig contact, and some other steps may be required as shower, change clothes, and wear personal protective equipment like farm specific protective gear before entering in the farm as well. So we have also downtime for barns, for farms, and for visiting some farms as well.
Downtime period for swine farms, another Lanxess Tech Talk with Dr. Gisele Ravagnani. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you.